What's going on? We're waiting for the mother to come into the group.
She's here. Miss Collins is here.
Good morning. This is call number 2020-56028 in the interest of Briley Allen. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Braylon Collins. I'm the mother.
And sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
DeMarco Allen, I'm the father.
And for the state of Texas.
Carday Parker, Your Honor.
We've got a first amended original petition and a suit affecting the parent-child relationship with an AOP. We're having a hearing, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do we have any stipulations?
Yes, Your Honor. The parties stipulate that Mr. Allen is the father. They stipulate that to child support in the amount of $215. They stipulate to medical support in the amount of $56 per month. They stipulate to joint managing conservatorship, with Ms. Collins being the one to determine the primary residence within Harris and contiguous counties. And the issues that we have, Your Honor, is they stipulate that the overall retro amount is $2,580. There's a difference about receipts about how much Mr. Allen has provided. There's also the issue of the visitation. Ms. Collins is requesting phase-in visitation because the child is under 2 years old. Mr. Allen is not in agreement with that. And Ms. Collins would also like for her address to be kept confidential.
All right. All right, so the issues are active child support, non-disclosure.
Yes, and whether or not there should be
possession and access, right?
Yes.
All right, let's proceed.
Your Honor, the state would like to call Braylon Collins.
All right.
Ms. Collins, you heard the stipulations that I just read into the record, correct?
Yes.
And are those stipulations your agreement thus far?
Yeah, the ones I said I agree to, yes.
Okay. And so you are requesting a phase-in visitation for Mr. Allen, correct?
Yes.
Why are you requesting that he have a phase-in visitation?
I'm not comfortable with her spending the nights, and I don't know where she will be. I don't have any information on where he lives or his living conditions.
Okay, has he ever had the baby unsupervised? Like, has he ever taken the baby without you being there?
Yes, for a couple of hours.
Okay, and when would you be comfortable with the baby staying the night at his house?
When she's able to talk.
And do you think he's comfortable right now with the baby staying with you all the time?
I'm not sure.
Does he currently know where you live?
No.
So he wouldn't have any idea about your living conditions, would he?
No.
And for the phase-in visitation, how many phases are you requesting before? Like, how many times per phase? Are you asking for 5 visits per phase, 10 visits per phase? What are you asking for?
I want to say, I'm not really sure what exactly the phrases I was told, but whichever, like the guidelines that's already set.
Yeah, no, I'm sure when she explained it to you, she said like the first visits would be supervised for a certain amount of visits. Then it would go where he would have the child from 1 to 5, unsupervised for a certain amount of visits.
Oh, they
Then it
told
would
me,
go,
I'm sorry, they told me it would start off from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. the first couple of visits, and then it will work its way up to.
yeah, that's how it works. But I'm saying the first visits are supervised, and then it goes to that same time period unsupervised, and it goes to a little bit more time, until he gets to have the child overnight.
Okay,
And you're
well,
saying you wouldn't be comfortable until she can talk. And she
yes,
is, and how old is your child now?
she's 12 months.
Okay, so are you thinking another year, 2
Yes,
years?
another
Okay,
year.
another year. So you would be comfortable with overnights when your child is 2 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And where would you, and you stated earlier that Mr. Allen doesn't have access to your phone number, to your address, correct?
Yeah, to my address. He has my phone number.
Okay, but why doesn't he have access to your address?
When I was staying with my mother, he caused an incident where he was trying to fight my boyfriend. So we had to have my family come break it up and basically be the mediator of the whole situation. So from there, once I moved from my mother's house, I didn't want him to know my address.
And does your boyfriend still live with you?
Yes,
Okay, so you believe if he knew your address, he would again come to your home and get in a confrontation with your boyfriend.
yes, depending on how he's feeling.
Okay, but has he ever gotten into any type of confrontations with you?
Other than over the phone and text messages, not in person.
Okay, but do you feel as if you, your child, or in this case, your boyfriend, another member of your household would come to any undue harm and harassment if he were to have your address?
You asked that question again. I'm sorry.
Wait a
Do you
minute,
feel
hold
that
on, hold on. What happened to Mr. Collins? I mean, Mr. Allen.
he was here? I don't know. He was here. I don't know where he went.
There it is.
Okay.
We have to admit him again.
Okay.
All right, he's back.
Okay.
All right, so you need to go back a few questions because he wasn't present.
If someone had on my phone, it was a job actually. I apologize.
All right, so you're gonna have
Okay.
to go back about modified possession and access.
Okay. So you said you would feel comfortable with the child staying overnight with him when your child was 2 years old, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And does Mr. Allen currently have access to your address?
no,
Why doesn't he have access to your address?
because when I was staying with my mother, him and my boyfriend got into it outside in the driveway.
And since you've moved from your mother's house, does you didn't give him your address, correct?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
And
hold on. Mr. Allen, you will have an opportunity, but right now, she's on the witness stand and you can't interrupt. You'll be able to ask her questions, but you can't interrupt right now. All right? Go ahead.
And do you feel that any member of your household or your child will come to undue harm or harassment if he was to be given access to your address?
I'm unsure.
You said you're unsure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if he was to be given access to your address, you don't feel like he would come there and get in a fight with your boyfriend?
I'm stating I'm unsure because I don't know how he's feeling or what his reactions would be to anything. So I'm unsure what he would do if he knew my address.
Okay. And if he wasn't to be given your address, where would you like the exchange of your child to occur?
45 and Cross Timbers, there's a Papa's Barbecue.
And that's where you would like, or if the judge ordered your address to be confidential, you would like for the exchange of your child to occur at the Papa's Barbecue on 45 and Cross Timbers, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And since your child has been born, how much money would you say Mr. Allen has given you for her?
It's no more than $900.
Okay, so you're saying he's giving you $900.
Yes. And not physically giving me, but he's bought her stuff. And yeah.
And giving you money, right?
Sir, not your turn right now. All right. Go ahead, Ms. Parker.
And again, you said that was the total of everything that he's provided has been approximately $900, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you would be willing to give him credit for that $900, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that would leave the retroactive child support amount at $1,680, correct?
Yes.
I have no further questions for this witness.
All right, Mr. Allen, do you have any questions for Ms. Collins?
No, sir, I don't have any questions.
All
Well,
right, all right. I'll allow you to say something later on. Right now, she's on the witness
I have
stand and you have an opportunity to ask her questions if you wish.
I have a question for her, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Can she hear me?
Yes, she can hear you.
So why haven't you allowed me to be there for my daughter? What's the exact reason?
I've been letting you get her, and once you stated to me that you wanted her to stay overnight, I told you no, and you told me that I was going to have to call the police to come get her.
So, okay. So my daughter's birthday just passed on the 6th, right? So I asked you, can I come get her for a couple of hours? And you say you're not sure. And it wasn't on the exact day of her birthday. I just wanted to spend some time with her before you have a party for her or whatever. I wasn't even invited to her birthday party or whatever y'all did for her. How am I supposed to have a relationship with my daughter if you're not letting me spend time with her or letting her spend a night with me or let me get her at all? You feel me? And I'm giving you money
All
out
right,
of my
that's the question. The question is, how is he supposed to establish a relationship if you're not allowing him to visit with his child?
I was allowing him to visit with her prior to her birthday, and once he stated that I was going to have to call the police to come get her because I told him she could not spend the night, that's when I stopped visitations.
All right, do you have another question, Mr. Allen?
judge. Before that, I was
No,
blocked
no,
from
no, 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 no. Right now, the only thing that you're allowed to do is ask her a question. Okay, I'm going to let you say something. I'm going to let you say something at the right time. But right now,
yes, sir.
you have another question for Ms.
Bra-
Collins.
Braylon, before that, you blocked me for months. What's the reason? When I'm doing what I'm supposed to do for my daughter,
Okay.
what's the reason?
You were blocked for months because the way you talk to me, you disrespect me multiple times.
Everything that went on between us was about my daughter from my side, right? That was something personal, right?
I'm sorry. What's the question?
Everything that we got into it about from my end was about my daughter, right? From your end, it was personal, right?
It wasn't personal. It was always about Riley.
Okay, it's about Riley right now, right? About the back child support and all that. About me
Yes.
not doing what I'm supposed to do. That's what it's about right now.
Yes, it is.
That's all, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Parker?
The state would like to call DeMarco Allen.
Okay.
Mr. Allen, why don't you want to do the phase-in visitation schedule?
Because I feel like I've missed out on a lot already with my daughter. Like she haven't even spent a night with me since she's been born, and I haven't even spent at least 5 hours with her in one day. From 10:30, I pick her up from that location. I meet her mother, and she's back with her mother by 5 o'clock.
Okay, and at your at your current where you live, do you have a crib or a bed or things available for your daughter?
Yes, ma'am. Car seat, everything she needs.
Okay, so you have diapers, you have bottles.
Yes, ma'am. And I also provide her mother with that.
Okay, so you're saying you're prepared if she was allowed to spend the night with you, you're prepared for her to
Yes,
spend the night.
anything she needs, she has.
And so far you've been doing the daytime, but she's been giving you the baby and you've been doing those daytime visits when you were allowed, correct?
When I was allowed, I haven't seen my daughter in months. She blocked me for months. I had to bribe her for me to see my daughter.
When was the last time you saw your daughter?
Probably, I'm not even sure, probably like Easter or after Easter.
So since April.
I would say June sometime. I have some receipts over here from the last time I had got her.
Okay. And since we're talking about receipts, you have receipts that, how much do those receipts that you have total?
I have a total of like $400 in receipts.
Okay, you have a total of $400 in receipts. Ms. Collins has said you've given at least $900. Are you saying you've given money that's over the amount of money that's in the receipts?
He's talking about that's totally separate. I'll spend way more than that on my daughter. I'll spend $500 in one day on my daughter. I have picked the mother up to go get things for my daughter and spend $500 in one day. That's what I'm saying. But there's 900. That's totally separate. This right here, this is new. These are new receipts.
Okay, so you're saying that you've given at least $900, but those receipts that you have are
New.
are new from when?
Recent day. Yes, ma'am. From the,
So
from the
the
time
last
from every prior visit that she let me get her, that's what these are receipts were from. And I just sent things back with her, so it won't be a problem at all.
Okay, so if you're saying that those receipts are new and it's 400, so you're saying, so right now, and she said you gave 900, that's you're saying you've at least given $1,300. That's what you're saying, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Really more than that, if you want to be realistic.
Okay, and are you comfortable with Ms. Collins' address not being listed in the order? Because you're saying that even right now, when you exchange your daughter, you exchange her at that Papa's Barbecue, correct?
I don't need her address at all, ma'am. I just want to be with my daughter.
Okay, so you're okay with her address not being disclosed in the order then?
I'm fine with that, ma'am. I just want to see my daughter.
And are you okay with the exchange occurring at the Papa's Barbecue? The one
Yes,
that's on? Okay.
She knows my address. She knows where my family stay. She knows where my family stays. So I feel like she can pop up at my address anytime, or like, I'm not sure. Like, I don't want my address disclosed neither. Like,
Has she ever popped up at your house, at this house unannounced?
not unannounced when she tell me she need money for diapers or something, and I just, here, come get it. I got $100 or something like that. She know exactly where to come to anytime.
Okay, and did you get in a physical altercation?
No, ma'am.
With,
I did not get in a physical altercation. We exchanged words because he put my daughter in the car with the car smelling like weed. That's what we got into it about. When I just dropped my daughter out to her, right? She put my daughter in the car with her and her boyfriend. Mind you, I never met him before. So she put my car with them and the car smells like weed. So I tell her to go put my daughter in the house. And then I approached the male, like, who are you? But we exchanged words, but we didn't have a physical altercation because her family was there, and I'm more respectful than that. It's just respect fact with me.
okay, so you guys just got into an argument basically.
Not even an argument. I'm just who are you? We met each other right then. You feel me? I'm just, hey, respect my daughter. You feel me? Don't do this while she right here. You feel me?
Okay. Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Ms. Collins, do you have any questions for Mr. Allen?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
On the night that you came to my mother's house to drop off Riley, you never came up to the car where we were sitting in. So how would you know the car smelled like weed?
So I didn't open your boyfriend door and come up to the car like, who are you? So I didn't do that.
Was that before or after I put Riley in the car?
That was after you put Riley in the car.
Okay, so how would you know the car smelled like weed when I put her in the car if you were in your own car?
Did you not just hear me? I walked up to the car. I walked up to your boyfriend's door, the driver's side, and I opened his door. Like, who are you? And I asked him that. That's how I knew the car smelled like weed. Did you not hear me?
Okay, so you're not understanding the question. You just told them that when you dropped her off, that the car smelled like weed when you dropped her off, but you never came up to the car when you dropped her off.
So you telling me I never came up?
You drove off. You text me. I have the text messages. You drove off.
Came back and pulled back on y'all. right?
You
And I
pulled back up, then walked, and then said, what? Who are you? After you drove off and came back to start some mess with us, right or wrong?
basically you contradicting yourself right now, right?
You drove off, then came back to what? Start some mess, correct?
Not to start no mess, but they get the picture. Any more questions?
Sir, you're not answering the question. Did you drive off and come back?
I drove off and come back, and
Okay, that's what she was asking. All right,
That's all the questions I have.
all right. Ms. Parker, you have any other witnesses?
No.
All right, Ms. Collins, do you have any witnesses or anything you want to say?
No, I don't.
I have
Mr. Allen, you have any witnesses or anything you want to say?
I have witnesses.
Fine, go ahead, put them on.
He's not with me right now, but I had
Well,
someone.
no, this is a hearing today, right now. You don't
Right,
have any witnesses
not
available right now. All right, do you have anything you want to say?
Just judge. Before you make the decision, just please think before you grant her the deal she wants, because I barely been able to see my daughter as it is. Now, missed a lot. Her birthday just passed August 6th. I wasn't even able to share her birthday with her.
Okay,
The only child. This is my first child.
Miss Collins, who's going to supervise the visitation if there's going to be a break-in or phase-in visitation?
Well, with the phase in, I wasn't asking for supervised. I was just asking to go straight to the 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay. On 45. All right, court finds that the orders are in the best interest of the child. The fathers to have modified possession and access beginning with unsupervised phase until the child is 2 years of age. And now you can figure, the AG can figure out how many times that would be. Is that correct, Ms. Parker?
Yes.
All right, equal amounts of time. Pick up and deliver to be at Papa's Restaurant on I-45 and Cross Timbers. retroactive child support judgment awarded in the amount of $430 to be paid at the rate of $45 a month beginning September 1st, 2021. Non-disclosure is granted per agreement of the father. All other stipulations are approved. Anything
Okay.
further?
No, Your Honor. You said the retro was 430, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, so both you guys need to log back into the Zoom we just came from so that